Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Back to the course of academic reading. Today we are going to discuss about how to summarize the text, right, while you are reading. Before moving on to the discussions and then material that we're going to discuss, here's our further readings that you guys can dig more and then study more on this summarizing idea. You can read the books and download some material also as well. Well, the objective of the class for today is that being able to define the terms of summarizing, knowing the purpose of the materials, and then being able to construct the step in summarizing a text with its kind, and also being able to apply the theory in different kind of text. Right? Okay, let's move on to the first one. What is actually summarizing? Summarizing is actually telling the important part of the passage in much shorter form. So if it is from one book, for example, you can summarize it into a few pages, for example. If it's one page, it can become one paragraph. If it's one paragraph, it can be one sentence. So this is actually summarizing. Make it shorter, so without losing its meaning or its essential meaning, right? So why we need to summarize? Summarizing helps students to learn and determine essential ideas and consolidate important detail that support them. It enables students also to focus on the keyword and the phrases of an assignment text that are worth nothing and remembering. It teach students also on how to take a large selection of the text and reduce it to the main point for more concise understanding. Well, this is example of the summary, right? Uh, the tall cowboy put the saddle on his horse, untied him from the fence, waved goodbye, and rode off into the sunset. So what is actually the summary? The cowboy left, right? So it's making it short because I know the sentence that put the saddle, untied the fences, untie him to the fences with goodbye is, basically it can be translated into left, right? And that is the example of summary. So what is actually the summarizing technique? There are three summarizing technique based on each type. First, it's paragraph. How do we summarize paragraph? And then general text on how we actually summarize the general text, and also narrative text on how we actually summarize the story, right? Yeah, let's move on to summarizing technique in terms of paragraph. So in summarizing paragraph, step one is that write a single complete sentence that is much shorter than the last paragraph, than the paragraph. Include the main idea and subverting fact and ideas in as the paragraph. So do not summary sentences, follow the same pattern and organization, add any facts, idea, or opinion that are not in the paragraphs, right? So the summary of the paragraph is that the main idea of the paragraph. Often not constantly, but a main idea is found in the topic sentence. So it is important for everyone to read the paragraph all the way through to be sure to understand it. Check to see if the paragraphs contain a topic or the sentence. If so, use the topic sentence as a summary. If not, write a summary which states the main idea. Alright, so there are two options if the paragraph contains a, a topic inside of the text. So this is actually the example. Although every shaping small is a bit different in design, shorter, often quickly feel comfortable in a new mall. That is because malls usually share certain features. You can almost always find most of the following: a department store, a pharmacy, a toy store, bookshop, clothing shop for all ages, shoe shop, a book, and places to eat. These business are all under one roof, or under one roof. Most malls are enclosed so that shoppers may have to go outdoors once they get to the mall. A few malls sometimes also have doors to shops, and the outside of the mall, every mall is surrounded by a large parking area. And then this is also the sentence, the continuum of the sentence. Ma are not all exactly alike in suburb blah 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 and blah blah. You can read it by your host, by yourself, and then there's a third paragraph as well. So here mall have negative impact on local business and environment, right? So that is actually one of the summary that we can take. Then if we summarize the whole passage, not per paragraph, then this is actually the ways. You need to start from point 1, 2, 3, and 4, read the whole passage, determine the overall pattern, write in one sentence summary, write short paragraphs. The main idea of summary should be similar to the thesis of the whole passage and pattern organization, so it should be the same as the overall pattern of the passage, right? This is the example. In developing countries, where people have suffered most from shortage in clean water, and for the second example, this usually have a few alternatives to the pipe water supply, and then the condition of this right natural issue, and etc. etc. So this is the text also. That this is the conclusion. There's a benefit. There's the benefit of enrolling. The benefit of enrolling your study to undergraduate program to ease you getting a job in society. Moreover, it's also aimed to level up your social status in the society. Then you need to combine all those kind of idea from each point that it's become a conclusion. So that the benefit of enrolling your study in undergraduate program is to ease you getting a job and high up the social status in the society. This is also the example. Please write down your summary in Spada, then we later on are going to discuss this later on in the asynchronous session. And then how to summarize actually. So find the main idea, find also the pattern of the organizations to understand where is the important information to support, and the supporting facts and idea, and also summarize sentence. So that's how you actually summarize. So this is the summarize technique for general text. Someone told you this. Well, I heard from Gigi, who heard from RC, who heard from LN, that a certain BB might be going to ask someone to do the dance this week. Word is cause. And HG told his friend BG, who we know from the week post. Okay, then find first who is the next, who is the text, who is in the text, right? If we know that they are in the text, is that BB, right? GG and RC are the one who actually change up all the information, so the one who do it is BB, right? What is BB about? What is the BB doing? Might be going to ask someone to dance this week, right? And then put them all together, BB might be going to ask someone to dance this week, right? So that is the summary. How about the summary technique for the story? It's very easy, because if you want to summarize the story that somebody wanted but so does then fill up all this question, and then it's become the summary, right? Okay, I think that is all for today's course. We would like to wait for your feedback in the Spada, so we will have further discussions on this kind of issues. So thank you and have a good day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.